body bags where horror lies.
Hello, welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I decided to bring you something that's maybe not seen as horror necessarily, but I consider these movies very much like horror. Well, it's Siege from, I think, 1984 or something, this movie. This is Canucksploitation. So yeah, it's a siege mentality movie. Yeah, it's basically people trapped in a building and people outside trying to kill them. Very simple. Kind of think Assault on Precinct 13, for example. But that's kind of like where it's quite clearly horror for me, because you have people stalking other people around with a knife, stabbing them. That's horror. This is a group of people kind of stalking, chasing people, and stabbing, shooting, blowing them up, whatever they can to get them. So for me, it's very much like a group slasher, what should we call it, maybe. But this is a really, really great movie. And what kind of sells it for me, the characters, like the good characters, the bad characters, everyone is kind of interesting in this. Like even the like I said, the bad guys. Like I like how everyone's written in this. Well, basically, I can't remember the city, but there is a kind of newscast that we're watching at the start, and there's a huge police strike. Basically, everyone is just striking on the police force, so it's lawless, basically, the city. And I think there's a curfew kind of situation going on because there's not many people out. But you get this car pull up to this building, and there's a bit of an underground club, and it's a gay club. So you have like men, women in there, gay, obviously. And then you have these heavies that turn up. They know this club is there, and they're kind of there with baseball bats and stuff like that. And basically they just want to scare them. They're kind of the ringleader of them. He's informing that it's part of a new order. Homosexuals are not part of this new order, obviously, and they see them as like disgusting. And so they want to basically scare them. It's kind of nothing more than that, really. They rough a few of them up. Chick goes kind of down. The bartender has a hidden gun, and he's kind of gets it out and wants them to kind of go off, get lost, sort of thing. Obviously scuffles ensue, and one of them ends up dying. One of the people in the bar, and they're like, shit. They're like, some of them are laughing, some of them are like, shit, what do we do now? And so there's this boss guy who's the head of this new order, and he's like, this isn't good, we can't have this. And he starts executing them. He's got like a silencer on his gun, there's like a cushion, he's like taking them all out. And the last guy on the line manages to escape, and they chase him. They chase him into this building block where there's obviously there's a few people in there. So it could be like maybe people have got out of the city because there's like maybe a curfew situation, but there's really not many people there. So they're in this building block, and there's not too many people in there. But we have a few people. There's like some blind people in there as well. Basically, they take this guy in, and the mob kind of come after him and like, look, we just want him. He's killed loads of people, but they're not. The people in the apartments are like, we're not having that. Something doesn't seem right here. And they decide to take him in, and doing that, they become targets themselves. So it's kind of almost like a kind of like a not like a military kind of setup, but it's kind of this leader of the new order. He kind of knows what he's doing. He's getting them to to attack in different ways. He got a sniper up on the roof and stuff like that. But like in this housing complex in the apartments, got this one guy who knows a bit about weapons. They don't have a lot of weapons. That's the thing. They don't have a huge arsenal, but they have a few bits and pieces, like homemade flamethrowers and bow and arrow and stuff like that. And it's just a fight for survival. Like, who will make it through the night? It's like, who will prevail? The good guys or the bad guys? And so, yeah, quite a simple premise. Setup's good. But I really, really enjoyed this one. Obviously, like John Carpenter's, like Assault on Precinct 13, that gets all the kind of notoriety and the kind of, like, whenever you think about siege movies, that's one of the first ones, or you kind of start switching to maybe The Strangers, but that's probably like Home Invasion kind of. But it's that similar feel. So it's really great that Severin put this out. I mean, when it was announced, I don't follow Severin so much, kind of like I do with like say like Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome and stuff like that, kind of always on top of what they're releasing. And Severin, I kind of tend to wait for like Black Friday sales and stuff like that. And halfway to Black Friday sales has been in like all the way over in Finland. Shipping for this stuff can be a little tricky, so wait to bulk buy in the sale. I remember this one being mentioned. I was like, that's actually something I kind of really kind of fancy seeing. And so, I picked it up. It's almost Black Friday, coming up to Black Friday now, but this was the halfway to Black Friday sale. So, like, I think it wasn't so long ago. I think it was in June, this sale, the Severin one is a couple of weeks after the Vinegar Syndrome one. But really, really nice release. This actually has two versions. There's like the theatrical, then there's the extended cut on this one. Not sure which version I watched, actually. It just went play movie, so I clicked on the play movie. So maybe I just watched however it's set up. It might just be the theatrical cut, and then in the extras it might be that the extended one is in there. But like I said, I really, really enjoyed this movie. Great Canadian movie. Really recommend you check it out. And this is a really nice release as well, Severin. They normally do a good job with their releases, actually. Like pretty much all the boutique labels, they put time and effort and money into their releases. So I'm always happy to kind of go in for those ones. And like I said, this is another great package from Severin of a really, really enjoyable movie. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And that's the end of the review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.